Welcome to the New Haven Independent Vlog News Summary direct from our assignment desk, otherwise known as my compost heap. Let's see what stories we're working on. Who put this nip in my compost pile? Ugh, well, you know what? It turns out these nips are everywhere and people are dumping them everywhere. The last 6 months alone, according to new statistics, 2.3 million of these lady bottles were sold just in the city of New Haven. They're everywhere. Well, other statistics released this week, Tom Breen report in the Independent showed that at least we're getting a little bit of money back. There's a state law that retailers have to put a little side extra money that we get back. And let's look at the number. $306,000 came back in city coffers in recent months, so we clearly nip at the problems they're creating. And then someone else put these gummies, yuck, marijuana, cannabis gummies, bedtime beddies. Well, it turns out these gummies are being sold everywhere, not just at cannabis dispensaries, but in regular stores. So the State House passed a law, Mike Cristino's bill this week, that says they should really just be in cannabis dispensaries. Now, we also get some money back from legal cannabis sales, so these out-of-town companies are making all the money, but we at least got back $51,000 the last bunch of months in the first round. If someone smart in my house bought COVID tests this week. You know why? Because the emergency was declared over. The governor was here in town declaring it. So as of this week, we no longer will get these reimbursed by our health insurance company, but we still need them because COVID now has moved into an endemic, officially, not an epidemic. And that means we're still going to have to test sometimes. We're going to have to figure out what to do. So my hope is that as we move into this next phase, we stop fighting, okay? Nobody has all the answers about the best thing to do, how to live with COVID, how to deal with it. And instead, let's look ahead, because there are going to be more epidemics. How are we going to collect information well? How are we going to make decisions better to save lives in the future? Well, it does begin with poop, and Yale helped with that analysis. Oh, there's someone left these blue corn chips. They are so good. Oh, it says gluten-free right on the cover. And it tells me exactly how much sodium, 4%, and fat is in it, so I know if it's healthy. Dick Blumenthal came to the store where I bought these Edge of the Woods this week because he said we need more stores like Edge of the Woods, and we need to change the law to make that happen, where they really tell us whether food we're getting is really good for us. He pointed out that 1990 was the last time we updated our federal laws for what you could write on labels. And now we've learned a lot more, and companies are lying to us and selling us food that's bad for us and claiming it's good. So he has a new bill, Labeling Modernization Act, to talk about saying right on the front what you mean by gluten-free. Is it just wheat or other stuff like rye and barley that can make you really sick if you have celiac disease? If when you're saying healthy, tell us exactly like the real amount of clearly the ingredients they make us going. Now, I hope it passes. Well, speaking of what passed, the Pulitzer Prizes came out, and our own local author Beverly Gage won for her amazing biography of J. Edgar Hoover. Spent more than a decade on it. I couldn't put it down. Hundreds of pages of time. We learned so much about the secrets of our past. Well done. She started at the New Haven Advocate, then became a Yale professor, writes these great books. Here's what I got, the biggest takeaway from this book. You know, I love learning what we didn't know about the 20th century and all the evil deeds he did. But you also learn how when we villainize someone like Hoover, who's in power, who we've allowed to be in power, we let ourselves off the hook. Because Hoover was in fact doing what not just conservatives and racists want him to do, but also liberals, without admitting it. And we get the government and the officials we deserve and ask for. As Pogo said, we've met the enemy and he is us. Well, until next time, this is New Haven Independent Vlog News Summary. And remember, always pick up your nips, please.